Welcome back to our Meet the Scholars video series. I'm your host, Libby Krieger, and today is our last episode of Season 1. But don't worry, because we saved a really special interview for last. Today I'm joined by the Honorable Paul J. McNulty. President McNulty is the 9th president of Grove City College, where he graduated in 1980. Before returning to Grove City College, he spent over 30 years in the nation's capital. In 2005, he was unanimously confirmed by the United States Senate to serve as Deputy Attorney General. After serving as Deputy Attorney General, he moved to one of the largest law firms in the world, Baker & McKenzie. Thank you so much for being here today, President McNulty.
Libby, it's great to be with you.
So I read some of your bio. Your resume is incredible. So how do you believe those experiences have really helped shape and guide your leadership as president of the college?
Well, I think there are a couple things that come to mind. First of all, I have a deep appreciation for the mission of the college. The mission of the college is something that is so important for the world today, not just Washington, D.C., but everywhere. I think it's marked by the fact that we encourage intellectual humility, meaning that we help our students to understand that to be equipped, it's not about what they think is true, but what is truth, and how do you come to learn it through hard work and challenge. We also encourage the development of the fruits of the Spirit, to be kind, to be patient, to be loving towards other people. And I also think that we're also preparing students to be great citizens, to be informed about the foundations of free society. So that mission, from my perspective, is so critical. We're upstream from culture. And that's what gets me excited about being here. Also I'd say that my experience in Washington gives me a perspective on problem solving. I went through a lot of tough challenges, and I learned the importance of getting the facts, staying calm, be clear thinking, put together a good team, think about your communications and so forth. And so I'm thankful for what the Lord taught me through all that to bring some of that to Grove City College.
Absolutely. I'm sure so many of those high pressure situations down in Washington have really helped you in a lot of your daily tasks here at the college.
Right.
So as I mentioned before, you've been right down in the swamp for over 30 years. How did you put your faith first while being so active in the political sphere?
Well, I think it goes to foundation, priorities. When I left here and went off to law school, I had a strong foundation in what I wanted to pursue in this world in relation to my Christian faith. I wanted to live out my faith in my calling. So when I got to Washington, that foundation of spiritual perspective, I found a great woman at Grove City College, and Brenda has been by my side for now almost 40 years. And so my marriage was a strong part of my ability to remain faithful in the public sphere. We had 4 wonderful children that were, real priorities for us in terms of family life. I was plugged into a church where I was constantly being encouraged to understand what was true and to keep a right perspective on what I was doing. So I would encourage anyone who goes into not just Washington, but in every calling of life, to really focus on foundation as you set out. What are you going to be about in terms of your priorities, so that you're not pulled into all sorts of directions that will really be potentially threatening to who you've been called to be.
I think that's such great advice, not only for me, someone who's looking to get involved in the political world, but for anyone, as you mentioned, any calling needs to have a strong foundation.
Right.
So could you give me some insight on where you see the future, not only of yourself, but the college heading from?
Well, Grove City College has a very bold vision. We want to be one of the best liberal arts colleges, Christian liberal arts colleges in America. And so we're right now, I think, situated in a very strong place to flourish in this decade ahead. Higher education is going to be really challenged as we come out of the pandemic and all the things that are going on to threaten the entire sector. And I think Grove City College is poised to really take its mission and its work to another level. So I'm very excited about our strategic planning effort that's currently underway, and some bold ideas that we're thinking about for the future. And, for me, it's about just providing as much leadership as I can in that direction, and serve as long as the Lord will let me do that to help us, achieve something that will really continue to be distinctive in higher education and in the world.
Well, I know the boldness of your leadership and the college was something that really gravitated me towards the school. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds in that area. So the 20th anniversary of 9/11 is coming up, and you will be speaking for the Institute here in September. Are there any other events that you're really looking forward to in the coming months?
Well, that 9/11 20-year remembrance is going to be very significant. Of course, for so many of our students, they weren't even born when 9/11 occurred. So there's sort of a double purpose there, to remember and to teach about what the threats are to our country and why it's so important to be vigilant in defending the nation, but also in holding fast to our values as a nation. Well, then, in addition to that, after we come out of this pandemic, I'm so excited about the opportunity for students to re-engage in a full and complete way. We were situated so well 1 year ago as we were winning championships and students were engaged in all kinds of activities, and they've had to pull back. And next fall, all of that, Lord willing, will be unleashed. And we're going to bring a lot more speakers to campus, which will be exciting. And I just think that there's going to be an energy and a pace coming out of the last year that is going to be really good for the college.
Great. Well, I'm so excited to see what more can come over this next year. And thank you so much for joining me today.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me as a guest.
And thank you for tuning in not only to this episode, but to this whole Meet the Scholar series. If you missed any of our other videos, make sure you head to our YouTube channel and watch those videos. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and head to our website at faithandfreedom.com. We'll see you here soon for Season 2.